Listen, Horowitz, you can't mess this up. You're the final part of the insurance policy to keep me out of prison.
Hillary? What the hell are you worrying about? We have all the power and Congress has none.
I'm afraid the deplorables will notice that you didn't say anything about my destroying servers and SIM cards and laptops and Blackberries and iPads and smartphones and a dozen other mobile devices. Americans are stupid, but are they so stupid not to see what you left out of your IG report?
Yes they are. The IG report has been out for a while, and nobody's noticed.
What if the public notices?
It won't matter. Everyone in Congress is too afraid to do anything more than have somebody impeached, which is nothing more than having someone fired. Whoever they impeach will provide that person with a luxurious, early retirement of $20 million in a Cayman Islands account. Congress is laughingly impotent. They can't touch any of us.
I'm not so sure. They can exercise their contempt of Congress power and imprison someone.
Hillary? Besides the fact that everyone in Congress knows we have the dirt on each one of them, do you know the last time anyone was imprisoned using the contempt of Congress power?
No.
The last time Congress punished anyone was in 1935. Guess how long the guy was imprisoned?
I have no idea. 2 years?
Try 10 days.
Are you saying we can throw any one of them in prison for life? And they can't give one of us more than a few days in jail?
Well, if Congress gives someone the maximum penalty for contempt of Congress, it's a year in prison, and, get this, $1,000 fine.
A whole year? That's long enough to get someone to think it might be worth it to flip on us.
That will never happen. We didn't destroy Michael Flynn financially for no reason. Whoever is thinking it might be worth it to flip on us only has to be reminded what we can do to anyone we want. Nobody would seriously consider flipping on us. I told you. We hold all the power.
Excellent. I think I'm safe. I almost forgot when Congress had a lot of dirt on me and Bill. When Bill was in the White House, I talked the FBI into giving me the files on every last congressman. Congress gave us no trouble after that.
Ah. Filegate. Everybody in the DOJ recognizes that you were the one who broke the glass ceiling when it came to controlling political enemies.
It looks as though my one contribution to power politics will be the very thing that keeps me from prison. And heck, I should count my blessings. Bill and I will forever belong to the top 1%, and they'll never dare prosecute us. Life is good.
It surprised me that nobody in Congress even considered that you destroyed many of your devices, precisely because they were compromised. The fact that our enemies have some of our most guarded secrets didn't even cross their minds. I led them by the nose to look only at the evidence you did not destroy, and like lemmings, that's all they looked at. Between my not mentioning any of this in my IG report, and you're destroying her servers and SIM cards and laptops and Blackberries and iPads and smartphones and a dozen other mobile devices, we seem to have duped everyone. Thank God we're a whole hell of a lot smarter than the average American.
You did a good job, Mike. Keep your eye on your Swiss bank book.
At this point, based on everything, do you think that any laws were broken by Hillary Clinton or her lawyers?
Do I think that any laws were broken?
Yeah.
I don't think there's evidence to establish that.
Okay. Well, I think you're making my point when you say there's no evidence to establish that. Maybe not in the way she handled classified information, but with respect to obstruction of justice. And you've got a pen here. I just want to make sure the record's clear about the evidence that you didn't have, that you can't use to prove. So this comes from the FBI's own report. It says that the FBI didn't have the Clintons' personal Apple server used for Hillary Clinton work emails, that was never located, so the FBI could never examine it. An Apple MacBook laptop and thumb drive that contained Hillary Clinton's email archives was lost, so the FBI never examined that. 2 BlackBerry devices, provided the FBI didn't have SIM cards or SD data cards. 13 Hillary Clinton personal mobile devices were lost, discarded, or destroyed with a hammer, so the FBI clearly didn't examine those. Various server backups were deleted over time, so the FBI didn't examine that. After the State Department and my colleague Mr. Gowdy here notified Ms. Clinton that her records would be sought by the Benghazi Committee, copies of her emails on the laptops of both of her lawyers, Cheryl Mills and Harold Mills, and Heather Samuelson, were wiped clean with bleach bits, so the FBI didn't review that. After those emails were subpoenaed, Hillary Clinton's email archive was also permanently deleted from the Platte River Network with bleach bit, so the FBI didn't review that. And also after the subpoena, backups of the Platte River server were manually deleted. Now, Director, hopefully that list is substantially accurate because it comes from your own documents. My question to you is this. Any one of those in that very, very long list, to me, says obstruction of justice. Collectively, they scream obstruction of justice. And to ignore them, I think, really allows not just reasonable prosecutors, but reasonable people to believe that maybe the decision on this was made a long time ago not to prosecute Hillary Clinton. And with that, I yield back.
Director, do you care to respond?
Very briefly, to ignore that which we don't have, we're in a fact-based world. So we make evaluations based on the evidence we're able to gather using the tools that we have. So it's hard for me to react to these things that you don't have. So that's my reaction to it.